Francisco. I love Mahomes. I love what Andy Reid's doing there. I think their offense is super high-powered. Plus, I like that, Eric Berry and everything. Their defense isn't fantastic, but they're good. And I really like the Chiefs.
Yeah, I love everything the Chiefs have done the first 2 weeks. Mahomes looks like a world beater. These Chiefs look like they can compete for an AFC championship. I got to go Chiefs here.
I think Mahomes either has the record or tied the record for most touchdowns in the first 2 weeks with 10.
Yeah, I think he took the record.
Yeah, I think it was 9 with Peyton Manning.
But this could also be like one of those weird games where you get those first 2 weeks, they just lit it up, and then they just put out a stinker.
Yeah,
and everyone's like, oh, yeah, that's the Chiefs.
That's why I think it's I mean, I know 5's not low, but as low as it is, because I think the Chiefs are clearly the better team. And they're home. All right, next, Oakland Raiders at Miami Dolphins. Miami have a 4.5-point favorite. What do you think, Mike?
I'm going Dolphins. I just think the Raiders have just looked so terrible these last 2 weeks. Dolphins, I mean, they're 2-0. I don't remember who they played week 1, but they beat the Jets last week.
Don't worry about who they played week 1. Doesn't matter.
Oh, the Titans. They probably beat the Titans week 1.
They did. Did you not remember that game? It was the longest game in NFL history.
Oh, that was the rain-delayed game.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was fucking awful. We didn't talk about that, but I was at home, and I was like, because it was supposed to come on at 12, and I was like, look, I'm just going to watch this game before I head back to Cookeville. And, I guess I shouldn't have said where I was at. Before I head back to some place in the middle of nowhere. And I watched that game. There was a delay, and then I was like, it probably won't last that long. And they came back, and then there was another delay. And I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going home. Like, screw this. I was so frustrated the whole time. I listened to them coming back. I was just so upset. But that's what that is. I'm going to take the Dolphins. I thought one thing we can talk about, Derek Carr was just like, man, I hate watching Khalil Mack strip sack all these quarterbacks.
And then John Gruden saying, man, it would really help if we could find a pass rusher.
Yeah, pass rushers are hard to find. Oh, my God.
Hard to find a pass rusher in today's game.
I think the Raiders are going 0-16 just because they traded Khalil Mack. Deep downside, I believe that.
I don't think they're going 0-16. They're going to go probably about 4-12, 3-13.
Yeah. Okay, so next one, Bills at Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings have an incredible 16.5-point favorite over them, and I don't think it's enough. I'm taking the Vikings. I really do think this game could get out of hand really badly. This could be a 40-point, 50-point game. I'm being completely honest with you right now. The Bills are bad, and the Vikings are one of the better teams. Plus, the Vikings defense is probably the toughest defense the Bills have faced, and they got shut out by the Ravens.
Yeah, the Bills are really, really bad. They're probably the worst team in football.
Oh, they're the worst.
They're retiring at halftime. They got a quarterback that's too tall for his own good.
I like Josh Allen, but yeah.
He's tall. I'll give you that. I just don't know anything the Bills could possibly do that's going to help them. There's no chance they're going to win this game.
No chance.
16.5 is a big line. I'm taking the Vikings.
Yeah. Dang, we've agreed on every line, haven't we?
No, not the Falcons one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, so we both take the Vikings. Next, we got Colts at Philadelphia. So Eagles have a -6 line. This is a close one because with Wentz back, you know what? I'm going to take the Colts in this one.
Okay.
I think the Eagles probably maybe win this game. I'll assume they'll probably win by a field goal or something like that. Maybe they lose this game. Wentz back, you never know. I just think it's tough. We don't know what Wentz is going to do. He's a great quarterback, MVP candidate last year, but he's coming off an ACL injury. I think I'm going to take the Colts. I'm pretty okay with that.
I really want to take the Colts because I hate the Eagles, and you just picked the Colts, so now I'm not going to pick the Colts.
Well, you can pick the Colts.
No, I'm going to pick the Eagles. Carson Wentz is coming back.
The Eagles are definitely the better team.
These last 2 weeks, I don't want to take the Eagles. I'm taking the Eagles. They haven't looked good these last 2 weeks. They just had to assign Jordan Howard again, or not Jordan Howard.
Jordan Matthews. Vanderbilt guy. He's a Vanderbilt guy.
They picked Jordan Matthews back up. They got so many problems with the wide receiver position. They got a lot of injuries. They haven't looked good these last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They snuck. I don't know how they beat the Falcons. They snuck that game out of nowhere. Carson Wentz off an ACL. You don't really know what he's going to bring. but I guess I'll take the Eagles.
You don't have to.
So we both took our division rivals?
Well, I think of the Jags as a rival more than the Colts. The Colts...
Well, division rivals.
Yeah, that's true.
Took our division rivals.
Yeah, that's true.
Kind of dumb.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, next we have Green Bay Packers at the Washington Redskins. Green Bay Packers have a 2.5-point favorite as of Tuesday. I'm going to go with the Washington Redskins here. I'm pretty comfortable with that one. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to play, or if he does, I mean, he's still hampered by the injury. Washington, they got Alex Smith looking decent. They got a team. Washington has some players that can do something. I like Washington.
I'm taking the Packers. Packers all day. I don't like the Redskins. Alex Smith, close friend of ours. You know how much we love from last year.
Although we love Alex Smith, but we also, more than that, love Kansas City quarterbacks. We just love quarterbacks for Andy Reid.
Yeah, I love an Andy Reid quarterback, except for when Andy Reid was in Philly. Did not like him then.
That's true. That's true. Well, Donovan McNabb was a choke artist. It's
not Donovan's fault. He went to Syracuse. They run a zone at Syracuse. He just didn't know how to beat the zone.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you go with the Packers? Why?
I just like the Packers way more than I like the Redskins.
All right, that's fair. All right, so next, Cincinnati. So the Bengals at the Panthers. You can go ahead and take this one.
I'm going to take Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati's going to pull off the upset. I think that defense is going to come out to play. Andy Dalton and A.J. Green have got something going on. Man, they're hot. I know Joe Mixon's out. Giovanni Bernard's going to get those carries. I don't think the Joe Mixon thing is going to hamper the Bengals. And I think Houday is going to win the game.
All right. I thought about all that. I think I'm still going to Panthers. I just like, I don't know. I think that, well, you said it earlier, this Panthers team is a good team. They're kind of a sneaky team. They're a little bit better than people think they are. Or at least than the hype they're getting. And I always got to go with Cam Newton. All right, so next, big game, the Tennessee Titans at Jacksonville. Jacksonville's got a 6.5-point favorite right now, or as of Tuesday.
Is Mariota going to play?
I don't know. I want to say I really don't know. He wasn't listed out, but he wasn't listed out last game. I think so. Okay, more than Mariota, which I know that's a big thing, but I think I didn't see who we have on our injured or not injured list, but I think Taylor Lewan is going to play, and I think Jack Conklin are going to play, which is a way bigger thing than Mariota because our run game has been pretty not great, and if Conklin and Lewan are both in, I think our run game's going to skyrocket. When Conklin was playing for us last year, our offensive line was really good, and I like the way our offense will look, and I think honestly, Blaine Gabbert can lead us to a victory over the Jaguars. Granted, a couple things happened. One, Lewan and Conklin both are in, and Derrick Henry continues to do the things he does to Jacksonville. And two, Harold Landry, who looked like a monster last week, continues that, and we get some pressure on Bortles because Jacksonville is weak with their running game. But I think Titans win, and I obviously take them.
I didn't hear a thing you said. I'm taking Jacksonville because they're the best team in the AFC.
We'll see. All right, so next we got the Broncos at Baltimore. You can go ahead.
I'll take one. I'll start it off. Yeah, I think this is a lot of love for the Ravens. The line's at 5.5. I forgot to say that. I haven't really kept up with the Broncos. They're always on the 3 o'clock game. I'm always watching the other 3 o'clock game. Mm-hmm. I don't think the Broncos are that good, so I'm gonna have to take the Ravens here. Gonna have to take the Ravens. I don't want to. No, I'm taking the Ravens. Taking the Ravens.
Okay.
Don't have good reasoning behind it, but I just don't really believe in this Broncos team.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I am gonna take the Broncos, but solely because I think their defense is pretty solid. I don't think their offense can do much, but I am going to take the Broncos. I feel pretty comfortable about it because I think Baltimore is the better team, but the Broncos can make things happen, and if their defense gets hot and Von Miller gets some sacks, some takeaways, things like that happen, Broncos can get some momentum, and I think that's probably going to be the case. All right, so next we got the Giants at Houston. Houston is at a 3.5 line. Do you want to go ahead and take it?
Yeah, I got the Texans in this one. I got the Texans by a lot in this one. The Giants have the worst offensive line in football. Mm. They can't protect Eli Manning. It's going to be a field day for the Texans. Deshaun Watson hasn't been playing well. He really needs this game. Texans are going to walk all over the Giants.
Yeah, I would like to point out that the Giants, maybe not the worst line. They have the worst starting offensive lineman in Flowers, who's absolutely horrible. I don't know how they can't find someone better. There's no way they don't have someone better than him. But the Texans have a terrible offensive line too. They have a really bad offensive line, and it's been, I think, the main part why Deshaun Watson hasn't looked the same. I think I'm going to take the Giants.
Wow.
I know. I feel bad saying that. A couple the reasons why in Texans. Okay, I'm going to take the Giants, but I also believe that the Texans could probably blow this one open. The reason I'm going to take the Giants is I think the Giants have more talent, and I just think that they played a close game with Jacksonville, and I think that matters. They kind of lost their touch, last week. Obviously, they didn't look great, but they played a close game with Jacksonville. They look good. And Jacksonville's a really great defense. So
okay.
All right. So next, the Chargers at the Rams. Rams have a Battle of Los Angeles. Look at that. I thought both of those teams weren't in Los Angeles.
There's a movie called Battle for Los Angeles.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Rams have a -7 line, and I'm taking them. I think the Rams are the best team in football. I'll go ahead and say it. I think they're the best team in football. I think they're really great. They have an insane amount of talent on their offense besides Jared Goff. But they also have a fantastic defense with Arnold and
Quinn.
Everyone. I think I'm going to take the Rams.
Robert Quinn? Is that who you're trying to say?
No. Arnold. Aaron Darnold. Darren. What's his name?
Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald, that guy.
Yeah, he's pretty good at football. Really, really good at football.
Yeah.
So you took the Rams? I'm taking the Chargers.
Oh,
Chargers are a really good team. They're going to cover. I don't know if they're going to win, but they're going to cover. Bosa's going to play his mind off. His little brother just got hurt at Ohio State, so he has to come in there, take charge for the Bosas.
Is this Bosa's first game back from injury?
Maybe. I hope he's even back. I could be completely wrong now. I like the Chargers. I think the Chargers are pretty good. I think Phillip Rivers can keep him in the game. Melvin Gordon's been playing really good. Joey Bosa's out for week 3, so I don't know now. My whole mind has been shocked.
I mean, they still have Melvin Ingram, and they still got a decent defense. I just like the Rams a lot. I think the Rams are going to win the Super Bowl if I had to pick one.
All right, I'm taking the Chiefs as the best team in football, but that's another topic.
All right, so next we got the Bears. They got a 4.5-point favorite over the Cardinals, and they are at the Cardinals. You can go ahead and take this one.
Guess who I got? The Bears. The Cardinals are just really, really bad.
Yeah.
And they don't have a quarterback currently. The offensive line can't get anything going for David Johnson. Mm-hmm. The defense is falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know what the Cardinals can do. Bruce Arians left, and now they're in disarray.
Yeah.
The Bears, they've been finding ways to put offensive points. I really like what Nagy's doing up there.
Oh, yeah. I love what Nagy's doing.
I like his offense, whatever they're doing. It's a weird little offense they're running. Khalil Mack's have been a freak. They got a great defense. I'm taking the Bears.
Yeah. I
would say that's a lock.
Yeah. I gotta agree with you. I agree. That would be, probably my lock for the week. No, honestly, I think Minnesota might be my lock for the week. But
the cover, I don't know. 16.5 a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. But the Ravens, won by 30, and the Vikings are clearly better than the Ravens. Anyways, I also take the Bears. Arizona